All right, the first thing you want to do is you're going to take your clamp and you're going to slide it over the end of your mid-pipe. Now, you're going to take your muffler and using a lubricant such as WD-40, spray a little bit in the end of your manifold to help you slide your mid-pipe in easier. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to slide your mid-pipe in the manifold, making sure that it is completely bottomed out and cannot go in any further. Now rotation is critical, so you're going to want your O2 sensor pointing off the back side of the muffler. Now you're going to have to loosen your factory rear set about halfway to allow for a little bit of adjustment when you're installing it. Your muffler assembly will slide right over your factory header. Careful not to scratch your muffler or your swing arm. Now slide your bolt through and install your washer and your nut on the back side of the mounting tab and tighten it up. Now you can retighten your factory rear set. Now you're ready to rotate the muffler into place. In your right hand, hold the mid-pipe, and then with your left hand, press on the tips and rotate the mid-pipe towards you while pushing the muffler away from you. It is now rotated into place, and you can take an 11mm socket and tighten your clamp while providing pressure on the muffler to hold it into place. Next, you're going to install your springs. Put your kickstand down, remove this 5mm screw to pull the fairing out of place. Now take one end of your spring, hook it on the spring tab on the muffler. Do that with both springs. Take your spring tool and pull the spring into place on the mid-pipe. Now to install the shield. You're going to assemble the brackets on the shield before you put it on the bike. So take this small one with the slotted end and using the small black Allen head screw and the small black washer, install it with a stainless steel nut and the 8mm washer on the back. You make it snug so it won't fall off, but don't tighten anything just yet. Now, this long bracket goes on the same order as the last one did. And just snug it up so it's not wobbling around on you when you're trying to fit it on the bike. Next, underneath the bike, take a 12mm socket and loosen the hanger that holds the header onto the bike. Also, remove this screw that holds the lower bearing. You're going to mock the shield up by sliding it underneath that screw that holds the hanger and in between the fairing and the frame and reinstall your bolt. Now you have to prepare to drill your hole underneath the lower fairing to secure it on the bottom. An easy trick to do this is to take a small piece of masking tape and with the bracket on the outside of the bike, put it underneath and align your shield where you want it, following the body line and this body line. And take a marker and mark the hole. Now remove this bolt and this should slide right off. And you're going to have to pull the lower fairing off to drill your hole properly. Now that you have your hole drilled in your lower fairing and it reinstalled on your bike, you can install the shield for the last time. So like we did before, install the bracket in the back, behind that screw, this screw. If everything's still loose, you can install the bottom bolt with your nut and washer. Now that it's on there loosely, you can align it how you want it and tighten all the screws. The very last thing you're going to do is retighten that header hanger bolt.